Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Miss Emma D, and if you're new here, I post videos at least once a week on all different kinds of things, mainly to do with health, home, education, or reviews, or products, lifestyle, things like that. So the last year has been very hard for me. I've been suffering with a withdrawal from topical steroids, so I've been looking more into my lifestyle, diet, things like that to help cure me. I've always been interested in the body and things like that, and I just want to try and have as much like clean food and clean products, like cleaning products, just things around the house that affect me. I just want to get them down to the simplest form, if that makes sense. So for instance, we used to be vegan. We were vegan for 5 years. We are not now. I am going to speak on that in another video because I would like to address that and go into chatting about that. But one of the things that I have stuck with is the dairy-free milk. So we've tried all different dairy-free milks. We've tried oat milk, we've tried soya, coconut, almond, you name it, we've tried it, hemp milk, and most of them are very nice indeed. I have now found out that I have got a slight dairy intolerance, so if I overload my body with it over consecutive days, my skin will flare and it'll get worse. So I am trying to be as clean as possible. But the problem was, one of the things I wanted to cut down on and eventually rid out of my diet this year was oils. So things like sunflower oil, basically the oils that they put in these dairy-free milks. So a lot of people who class themselves, want to label themselves as meat eaters or dairy drinkers, cow's milk drinkers, they always say that dairy-free milk is very unhealthy. The thing about it is it's not the actual milk that is unhealthy, it's the stuff that they add in, which they need to add in because it needs to be preserved on the shelves for a long time, or they want a smooth taste, and one of the things that they add is oils. So if you look on your dairy-free milk, they can add like sunflower oil, vegetable oil, different things like that to make it, they kind of do it to make it like creamy and make it a nice consistency. But to be honest, I've made my own milk with like a nut bag or something like that, or blender, and then sieved it, and it's been fine. It doesn't need the oils. So, and another thing as well, dairy-free milk is getting very expensive. If you want a really nice tasting one and an organic one, it's very expensive. We were paying about £2.20 for 1 litre, a carton, and we need roughly about 6 litres a week. We are a family of 6. But the only thing we really use milk for is tea, cups of tea, and things like smoothies and cereal. I'm not a massive fan of cereal, but sometimes I will buy a box of cereal for the kids, and they would have milk on that. So I decided this year that I wanted one of these milk making machines. You've probably seen them pop up on Instagram or YouTube or anywhere, and they're getting quite popular now because it's just so convenient. But one of the things I was a bit that was putting me off was I was just kept thinking it can't be that simple. You can't just put a cup of nuts in a machine and some water and have milk. I just thought, So there was loads to choose from, loads of machines, and I've gone with Milky Plant, which is a London-based company in the UK, and I just kept seeing adverts, and to be honest, I like the look of it. It's very like modern, and it just looks nice in the kitchen. It's not something you pack away. I've been using it every day. I've had it for about a month now, and I've used it every single day, and it is so easy. So I'm going to do a little demonstration now of making the milk. So when I first got the machine, I did try different recipes, a few different recipes, and I've got it now down to a T. Very, very simple recipe, and we have it in cups of tea. It doesn't curdle. That's another thing people have issues with. Dairy-free milk curdling in coffee tea. This hasn't curdled and it's been brilliant. So I'm going to show you now how I make it. I'm going to show the machine first, then how I make a litre of milk every single morning. So this is the machine. We've got it up the corner, like it's very easy to put away. Like I said, I liked the look of it. I just like that. I just think it looks really nice. Because I did see some jug ones, but they just didn't look as nice, and I think the jugs are more like you use it then you put it in the cupboard, and I found when I've put things in the cupboard I don't end up using them. They'll just stay in the cupboard. I forget I've got them. But this, I've got it out on my counter. It's very lightweight. It's just smart, very simple. It's got 3 buttons here. This is the on button, that's for making the milk, that's for cleaning it. It cleans itself. Obviously you put the water in, you press a button and it cleans it for you in 1 minute. It makes the milk in 3 minutes and cleans in 1 minute. So this is where you put your ingredients. I'll just pull that out. So basically we just turn this. You've got a little compartment there. Now what I will say is you get this little cup with it. You cannot go over the basically this level of ingredients, so anything you want to put in your milk, it has to fit in here, and I think this size is ½ a cup if I'm correct in that. So yeah, so I'm quickly going to show you now the recipe I've come up with. So you're going to need dates. These ones are absolutely gorgeous, medjool dates. These are from M&S, but you can get them Tesco's Finest and other shops. So some organic cashews. I did start off by making oat milk, but it seems that that doesn't agree with me either, and that flares me. So I've been having cashew, and I make sure I get organic as well. I've got organic almonds, which I haven't tried yet, but you can mix it up. You can do half almonds, half cashew. It's all vitamins. And then I've recently got some coconut flakes, which I decided to try in because I've read that you can add healthy fats, obviously the nuts as well, but the coconut shavings, what do you call these? I can't remember. They can add some more fat to it for kids and make it sweet tasting, and then you haven't got to add any sugar, because also there's sugar in the supermarket ones. So them are the 3 simple ingredients. So here we are. Very, very simple. So you've got a button at the back, press down with your thumb. This comes out. I'll just get some water. I've just got some water from my machine. Pop that in. It's very lightweight, so this is good for people who can't lift heavy items. And the buttons are easy to press as well. So that's just full of water. I do use reverse osmosis water, which I have got a machine for that, which I'll be reviewing in another video if you're interested in that. So what we've got, so all I do is I will put, not to the top because I'm putting 2 dates in, so I'll put 3/4 of the nuts in like that. And we'll put them in the top like that, straight in. Then I will get 2 dates. 2 dates, that's all it is. I'm going to cut them open, take the pip out, literally just pop them in like that. Pitted. 2. And then we get the coconut flakes and literally just put, because remember everything's got to fit in that ½ a cup, so we're just getting a little handful of them just to add a bit of sweet. It tastes absolutely amazing. This just goes on like that. Now I'll show you one I've done earlier. So this is one I made earlier. You do get this glass bottle with it, but you can buy more off the website if you need to. Personally, these are £20 each. You do get one free with your machine. If you want to purchase it any more, it's £20, which I think is a bit dear. They are, I don't know if this is a litre, you know. I think it might be a little less than a litre, but you can get these cheaper than that. It's a lovely little bottle though, nice square bottle. So that's some I made yesterday, or this morning even. You just get your glass, put it on. So you switch it on, and then you hold your finger on that for 2 seconds. This will show you how loud it is as well, because some people are asking about how loud it is. But remember, it is only 3 minutes. You've got a timer there, counting down. So there is my milk. 3 minutes that took. Nice big glass. So what I tend to do as well, if it's not sweet enough, which it usually is with the coconut, I add this. So this is one of the things you can add, because you can either buy vanilla extract or you can buy this agave nectar syrup. So this is all natural and very good for you, and they've just added vanilla. So if you wanted to add more sweetness, you can, but I personally think that the coconut flakes do that for you. So yeah, so let's have a try, eh? Nice big glass. Absolutely gorgeous. No bits, no aftertaste, nothing like that. Very nice and tea. So delicious. I'll just get a lid for that. And that's it. The only downside to not having the, if you do buy another glass, or you can use a different glass, is that you will have to hold it in the area, if you get me, because it doesn't fit. That other bottle that you get with it, that's a perfect fit, and it doesn't wobble or nothing. But obviously if you're using one of your own, just make sure that you keep hold of it, because the machine does vibrate and it might tipple over. That's all I will say about the bottles. But yeah, look at that. That's so nice. So, other things you can do in it. You can make milkshakes, you can add fruit. What I will say about that is you can't add a lot, because like I said, you have to fit everything in there, and you want the main base of it to be nuts for the fats and just to actually make something, make the milk. So what I've found is, I have made milkshake in it. I added 2 large strawberries and with the nuts, but what I find now is that if you make up your milk and then add it to a blender, because you can, I like to add a lot of fruit to my milkshakes and smoothies. So I would make the milk plain first and then go to your blender and put what fruit you want in. Bananas, strawberries. Makes amazing milk, which the kids have also had strawberry milk on cereal. So if you want to hide fruits, if your kid's not eating fruit, you can hide it. You've got the nut base, which is loads of vitamins in that. If you feel your child isn't eating enough, or you just want them to have a bit more nutrients and things like that, you can just hide it in the milk, and they can have it on cereal or whatever they have, smoothies, milkshakes. And I'm really happy with this machine. There's not many things these days that come out and I'm fully 100% happy with. Most things don't last long, they're just a quick, like, what's the word, trend. And I don't think this is. I'm actually really pleased with it. It's currently money off, £140 off, so it's down to £199, which I think's amazing. It's got a 12-month guarantee. It's easy to clean. You don't have to clean it after every session that you've made milk, but I do because I just want to keep it clean. And I think another thing that will affect the machine, how it works, is what water you're putting in. So I wouldn't put tap water in because of the lime scale, and I don't drink tap water anyway. So filtered water, reverse osmosis water, distilled water even, you could put that in, that's not going to damage it. So yeah, I'm just going to show you now how to clean it in less than 1 minute. It's so simple. So you just add the water in like you did when you was making the milk again, in there. You just take this off, which is quite, well, I'm doing it with one hand, so it's not that easy. So you're just turning that to one side, taking this out, which is where the pulp is. Put in the cleaning brush, which basically looks like that. Pop that in, back in like that, clip in. Get yourself a large cup, press the cleaning, press it on first, press the cleaning. Again, countdown. Tells you what is going on at all times. So that is all done. Take that out. That's the water, and it's all clean in the top as well. So again, you just take that off. If you've seen this, take that off. That's where all the pulp will go around the side. You just wash that out, clip that back on. This comes off. Brush that back on, back up. Lock it in place, give it a bit of a wipe. So that is that. Very, very simple, and a very, very simple user guide as well. So the only issue I've had so far is I got an E1 on this, where the countdown is. I got an E1 and the machine just wouldn't do anything. So I literally opened the book, and it's literally got all the, if anything comes up, E1, E2, E3. You look what it is and it tells you. So for instance, E1, I was like, oh, what's happened now? It hasn't broke, has it? No, it was just, I hadn't put the lock on the back of the water tank. That's all it was. And all the other things, E2, E3, I think that's the only things. E1, E2, E3. Very, very simple to fix. It's either to do with you haven't cleaned the machine in a while, or you haven't clipped the lock down, or you haven't put the lid on. Very simple. I've never known something so simple in my life. And no, I'm not getting paid to say this. I wish I was. But yeah, I'm just really happy with this machine. And it's just another thing. It's just another tick off my list this year of things that I've wanted to get sorted, just so I've got a cleaner living and cleaner life, and I'm a bit more self-sufficient, and I'm using organic produce instead of having to buy over the odds for somebody else to make it and put it in a carton for me, and things like that. Also, what water are they using in these cartons? It never says, does it? Sometimes it will say filtered, or filtered water. but I think water causes a lot of issues for everybody because of what's in it. So now I know what water's going into my milk. So that's my little quick review. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's given some insight into this machine, the Milky plant, which is currently on offer. So if you like the video, give it a like, leave me a comment if you've got any questions about the machine or about healthy living, healthy lifestyle, what I'm doing, things that are coming up. Just leave me a comment, ask me. You can follow me on Instagram, which is more of a personal page than my YouTube. It's a bit more, you get to see a bit more of the family and things like that. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.